Hey folks, Captain Paul here, and today I really want to talk about boat lessons, get back into the boat lessons a little bit, and really talk to you guys about what I do as an instructor. I am not an easy instructor. If you buy a boat and I come out to your boat and you get your feelings hurt because I get emotional and my voice goes up to a couple of octaves, then I might not be the proper guy to train you because I take it very, very seriously. Right now I'm going to walk you guys down the front of these boats right here. These are the fleet of boats that I drive every single day. We'll start out here with the Woodson, then we go over here to the Margaret, and then the two Grand Crafts, which are the new one and the old one. The first one here is the Truman. That's an old 1994 Woody. It's a replica of a 1940s boat. And up front here we have the Best. That's a brand new. We just got that one. It's a 2023. It's the last Grand Craft ever built. But the reason I'm sharing these videos with you today is because I want to get on the whiteboard here and I want to show you guys what I mean by current. Because current will it'll do more, affect the boat and the pitch and the altitude of the boat more than anything else. And so that's what I really, really want to talk about today. The blue arrows here will represent the way that the current is moving. The black arrows will affect the way the wind is blowing. And then I'm going to draw a little picture of the boat because you're actually going to crab the boat in. So if current has you, it will do more. And there's times when current has you that it is not a good idea to dock the boat. It's just when you guys are looking here, let's go back here to like showing you a chart of where the waves are up and down, and what we have here is what they call a nip tide, is what we usually call them, or slack tide or something like that. And that's when the tide is at the very top or the very bottom. When you have those two tides together, or one of those two tides, then you have what we call slack water. So there's no current. There's no current coming in and there's no current going out. It's just nice and slack. So that's the easiest time to dock your boat. And if you time it right and you come in at a slack tide, especially a beginner boater, it makes it much, much easier on you, especially if you have current. Now, sometimes, and what I want to show you here is like on this diagram on the board here, when you get into the marina, the tide won't be as effective on you as when you're trying to get into the marina, and that's a situation that we have to deal with every night. What affects current? The full moon affects current. So the moons, the lunars, everything affects the current a little bit, and whether it's pulling or pushing, whether you have a waxing or a waning moon, will affect how hard the current is that particular day. So it's always good to look. If you're going to try and put a boat in, I've had one situation, it was actually over in the Panhandle, the moorings at Carabel. They have just a wicked, you can see right here in the thing here, there's like a river that flows through there, and the current is absolutely wicked. As a matter of fact, I don't know how many of you guys remember the Brian, I was doing some yacht training with him, and it was just like, I told him when you're docking this boat, you can only dock it at slack tide, only. So it doesn't matter whether it's low or high. You just need to be at a slack tide when you dock this boat, especially in the beginning. I was able to dock it without it, but it took me like 4 tries, and it was not a pleasant experience. It was very, very difficult to dock the boat. And I highly recommend that you guys pay attention to that, especially when you're dealing with current. We have a docking out at Little Palm that gets tricky. We put these 60, 70 foot boats in there, and same thing, we'll tell the captain, hey, you can't get in here. Not right now. You just have to throw your anchor out, wait an hour, let's tide switch, and then we can get you into the slip. And we have one slip like that out at Little Palm. So I wanted to share that with you today. Just a quick little video here, especially for you guys, first-time boaters out there. Just remember that the tide will grab you. The tide will outdo the wind any day of the week. And it all depends. Every boat handles a little bit differently. I showed you at the beginning of the video here, all 4 of these boats, every single one of them handle differently. Even the 2 Grand Crafts, completely different boats. And so you got to know your boat, know your capabilities, and know what you're doing. And that's part of what we do. And the reason that I do get emotional when I'm out there training you guys is because I've got to pack 30 years of knowledge into 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Like the last one with Carl there, 15 days. And you know, sometimes it gets heated, especially when we're going to dock the boat. I'm not teaching anybody how to crash your boat. I'm teaching you how to dock your boat. And once in a while, in the heat of the battle, everybody gets excited. You can call Jim Anderson, you can call Brian, you can call them all. I will raise my voice and I will say, hey, you know, this is not what I instructed you to do, and this is what I need you to do right now. And even yesterday, I was doing some yacht training out at Fort Little Palm, and one of the students got very, very frustrated when we got to the dock, and they're just all over the place. It's just like all over the place, and I'm like, hey, just settle down, breathe. Okay, now what I want you to do is put the boat in reverse, and I want to put the starboard engine reverse, port engine forward. The boat is completely out of control at this time, but I had one line tied off, and she did that, and then the boat just came back around and did exactly what I wanted it to do and put it right there in the stock. And I said, you see how easy that was? And so it's literally, you know, because your mind can only take so much, and I've learned that over the years. Like when I come out there, it's the first few hours, we are docking your boat. Anybody can drive a boat. I'm teaching you how to dock the boat. I'm teaching you how to dock it in wind. I'm teaching you how to dock it in current. And after lots of experience and lots of practice, you'll be able to do it. And again, it's like, what's the difference? It's like grabbing 10 years. It'll put you 10 years further ahead in your boating career and docking the boat than you trying to learn it on your own, because the average person will take their boat out, let's say, one time a month, and you're lucky if you take it out 5 or 6 times a year, so you'll do 6 to 12 dockings a year. I do that in the first 4 hours when I get there with you. And then after that, you know, we take a break, we go through the systems on the boats, and then we hit it again in the afternoon. And we do it, and when I leave you, your brain is spinning, but you'll have a great understanding of how to dock your boat. And you will, you know, and I try and jam as much as I can. And some of the deliveries, we don't even get to the basic training of docking your boat because we are running so hard and so fast that the only dockings that you get is when we actually put the boat away for the evening. So so that's a different kind of training. I think it's great training because it really gets you connected with the boat. So you learn navigation, anchor, everything. And so I think it's a very, very good way to get trained. And you know, like a 1-week trip with a captain like me, and you will know what you're doing with that boat by the end of it. But also just a 2 or 3 day experience with that's all we do is dock the boat. That's a great, great, great way to learn to drive your boat. Anyway, peace out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Thank you guys so much. Any way I can help, just let me know. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys.